Greetings, salutations, good day, and hi, and welcome to the International Day for IndyCar's 7th Series. Today we have 3 races on 2 tracks outside of the United States. For round 7 and 8, we're gonna be racing at the Lausitzring, formerly known as the EuroSpeedway Lausitz. Round 7, we're gonna race on the 2+ mile tri-oval for our usual oval race. And then round 8, we're going to be racing on the shorter sprint circuits. There's the Grand Prix circuit, and there's the slightly shorter sprint circuit. We're going to be racing on the sprint circuit for round 8. And then round 9, we're going to travel across continents to South America, where the Emerson Fittipaldi Speedway will host a fun oval round. Anyway, let's have a look at the standings for the classification, starting off with the oval classification. Kagura Mea currently leads the classification with 116 points, 20 more than second place Hanamori Healthy with 96. Bao, third with 92. Delutaya, who scored the big win in Darlington, is on 78 points, and Lumi is on 72. That's your top 5 for oval classification. For road and street classification, Kagura Mea, the current overall points leader, spoiler alert, has a 4-point lead over Kiyomi Pyeonpyeon at 108 points. Lily Hopkins, 102, is third. Cooper Fortuna has 95 points, and Nina Saotome has 82 points in 5th place. And now have a look at your overall championship. Of course, Kagura Mea has a 25-point lead over second place Soyapoya, who had a pretty good run yesterday in rounds 4 and 5. Second place at Houston, and then a race win at the New Hampshire Oval. So Soyapoya is now second at 151, 25 points behind Kagura Mea. Third is, of course, Kagura Mea with 134 points. Koopa, 4th with 129 points. Hanamori Healthy is 5th with 123 points. Delutaya, shockingly enough, drops out of the top 10 after 3 weak rounds, especially a wasted opportunity at Houston, getting pole position and then crashing out in the first lap. Hopefully our luck turns around as we head through to the next 3 rounds. Let's look at the bottom half of the standings. Tamari Mari is the new bottom dweller with just 8 points, all from ovals. No points so far from the road and street courses. Nekarine got her first points of the series in round 5 at the New Hampshire Oval, and has scored both races in New Hampshire, so she's now out of the hole. Not a good showing for Moriko Kyoho as defending champion. 2 DNQs and 5 pointer yesterday. She's 35th out of 40. Man, she's probably suffering that championship hangover. Anyway, we're gonna try to get the racing underway here. Open up this game. And here we are in our usual racing simulator. As you know, first off for today is the race at the EuroSpeedway Lausitz Oval. 3.256 kilometers, or 2.023 miles. 3 turns just like at Pocono Raceway. Banking up to 5.7 degrees. Hosted a couple of Champ Car races in 2001 and 2003. The American Memorial in 2001 and the German 500 in 2003. I'm going to race 32 laps because this is a large circuit. And let's go ahead and let's hope testing. Let's hope qualifying goes by smoothly without this simulated crashing. Anyway, we are using the high downforce speedway kits for this race. We tried the super speedway aero kits, but cars kept slipping and sliding on the turns. But this car configuration is okay for the circuit, since Champ Car used the high downforce configuration for the 03 race, as the software crashed on me in qualifying, of course. Take two. Yeah, I knew there would be trouble when the Honda car came out for qualifying. Let's try this again. Let's see if we can get a full lap in and have the starting grid set with this Chevy car of the defending champion, bat at video games, Moriko Kyoho. As I was saying, 3 turns on this circuit. How do you know she's the defending champion? Look at the star in the front of her car as this app crashes once more during qualifying. Wow, 2 crashes already in like a couple minutes. So bad news, you don't get a full track preview. You'll have to watch the full race to see how it appears. God, I hate this. Reroll. That's the 3rd reroll for today. 10 minutes through, and we haven't even gone through the starting grid yet. Now we can proceed, I suppose, with the starting grid. And wouldn't you believe it, points leader Kagura Mea doesn't even qualify for this race. And Jacarepagua also failed to qualify. And she's supposed to be the oval expert of this race. Top 2 of the overall point standings are not even in this race. Manakari, Soriapoya, Chibidoki, Healthy, Mea, all miss out. Pole to Kamishiro Natsume, who won the last race of this series at New Hampshire's road course. So Natsume. Nachos. So the 2 defending champions, you got 2 former IndyCar champions that make up the front row for this race. Milky, 3rd, the most recent Indy 500 winner. And then Snuffy, Lily Hops, and Uno. And then Ayami, Nina, and Tomo. Pikami, Bao, and Dewey. Lumi, Nana, and Koopa. Anzu, Delu, and Tenzin Kotone. Nimu, Kitanya, and Kiki. Tenten, Hina, and DM. Rudo, Kotone, and Nakorin. And finally, Sarwe, Hime, and Temako. So they're all in. This is supposed to be a 32-lap race, so I'll be lucky enough to make it to at least halfway through. And let's let everyone know that the race is about to begin. And let's load in the music and try to race. We'll speed up this pace lap right around here after turn 2. We have the safety car coming in eventually. If it would stop slipping and sliding, safety car will pause and then disappear, and then the cars are on their own. Time to speed up. Nacho, what are you doing? You're jumping the start and might cause an aborted start, unless you're slowing down or something. I don't know. We'll see if the green goes up. It doesn't, so we'll have to start again. No thanks to Nacho Neko. Try again here. And now Nacho's in line with Natsume. Natsume and Nacho, front row for this race. Let's see if we get a green this time around. And we do have a green. We are underway here at EuroSpeedway Lausitz. Nacho pulls back and Lilia makes a fast start. Goes up in front. Cutting on to turn 2. Look how far ahead she is. Watagashi Uno is currently second. As we are set to complete this first lap, it's Lily Hops and then Uno, and Snuffy is marked third. At the line, Milky Queen, after the checkpoints, moves up to 3. Everyone made it through the first lap, but DM has no rear wing, so I guess she'll have to pit. Look at side-by-side action. Whoa, my goodness! Nana slammed to the side of Koopa, and now Koopa has no side pod. Lily Hops, Milky Queen Uno after 2. This is a 32-lap race. Delutaya! All the way up to 4th now. From a start of God knows where, 17th, from 17th to 4th in 2 laps. DM DM is in pit lane. Nemu is just starting to come out of pits. As Lily makes her way around to turn 3 and will complete a third lap. Very good jump at the start, and she has led all 3 laps so far. But here comes Milky Queen, trying to show expertise on the super speedway. As we see cars go single file. 3-wide action. We're seeing almost 3-wide action as Shigure Ui and Hanaka Kotone slam side by side as we see a car spin out of control. That's Nemu. And that is an ill-advised re-entry by Nemu. And wouldn't you believe it, we have some cars that are hurt. Ten is still racing but has no rear wing and lost a side pod. She's just lucky enough to retain all 4 wheels. Milky Queen moves up to the lead. As cars unintentionally slam into Nemu, we have an oh no moment. An oh no moment as cars get into big pickles. Nemu already out of the race anyway. Why isn't 1010 going into pit lane yet? Nukarine has all 4 wheels. Oh, Suzuki Hina is out. Suzuki Hina is out, sorry, way past out. 1010 still has all 4 wheels, luckily, but we'll have to pit. Bao has no rear wing. And we continue to have a real shit show already. As cars continue to collide into each other. Now Nemu's car goes out! Dalutai up to second now. Rudo Lion third. Milky Queen leading by 3.545. Oh, it's all happening here at EuroSpeedway Lausitz. No, not Tenshin Kotone. Are you kidding me? Yeah, there's a whole mess of debris here. So a lot of cars are already lost. Was that Kiyomi Pion got hurt? No, she has all 4 wheels. She has to stop at pit lane. And yes, this race already sucks. Because look. We're through 8 laps. Rounding on 9, and we've already lost a whole mess of cars. Lots of accidents and DNFs. You just hate to see it. Milky Queen leading still. Delutaya a distant second. Rudo close behind in third. With a lot of cars going out due to ill-advised re-entries. Oh, watch out, Milky! Okay. Okay. Milky knows how to use her eyes as we see smoke in the background, but I think the mess is cleared up already, and Milky Queen will continue to lead here. The Indy 500 champion leading after 10. Delu second. Kiki is racing still. Uno's 4th and Koopa's 5th. So the top 4 are cars that debuted in Series 5 or later. Milky debuted in Series 5. Delu is a rookie here, and Rudo and Uno both debuted in Series 6. So we've lost 9 cars so far. As 1010 has her first DNF of this series. You hate to see it. Rudo makes the jump against Delu. Rudo moves up to P2. This will be official in 4 laps. Natsume was the pole sitter, but wasted it completely, so that's the previous race winner's curse. And Nacho is still in it. She's driving 9th. Almost thought the game crashed, but no, it's still up, but barely. Delotaya has dropped another spot to 4th. Rudo looking for her second win. Uno looking for her first. Delo looking for a second. Milky also looking for a second. But so far so good. With 3:14, she leads by over 6.5 seconds over Rudo Lion. Delo trying to get back somehow. Trying to fast approach Watagashi Uno. Rather low-banked turns on this EuroSpeedway Lausitz Oval. And wide lanes. This is definitely the Pocono of Europe. Well, after that mayhem in the first, 5 laps or so, which saw 9 cars out, so we've been having relatively clean racing since. Oh yeah, did I mention that Lumi has a livery update? Now her channel logo's on her car. Come on, Uno! I'm trying to preview Lumi's new updated car design. Why'd you have to bump away her rear wing? I'm E7th. Nina has no engine cover. She's in 8th. Nacho herself lacks a rear wing, going on 9. And we're well over 16 laps. We just finished 17, so this race will be official. 4 cars are within the lead lap. Classification is at 26 laps. So Milky has a few more to go as we see more cars making mistakes. Nacho has to go to pit lane. Well, she has to go in pit lane anyway because no rear wing. Uno is just coming out now. Kiki going fine in the top 10. Naturals drop down a few spots to 15, perhaps worse. It's still Milky, Rudo, and Delu. Milky's lead, 4.7. .256. Milky's Queen. I said Milky's Queen again. Milky Queen's lead has improved a bit. As cars continue to circle their way around. Iami has jumped to 4th now. Never mind, she has dropped to 6th. As both Uno and Koopa jump ahead of her. Anyway, Uno is now a lapped car. She was like in the top 5 for a while, but she had to stop at pit lane, and she's now a lap or 3 behind. Excuse me, Delu not quite comfortably 3rd because IME is a bit behind. No, actually, Delu is 4th. How is Delu 4th? I thought she was a lap behind. She had to stop at pit lane and yeah. So just 3 cars are in the lead lap. Still led by Milky with 10 to go, 9.5 even. So yeah, Delu. So when I say she's in a comfortable 3rd place, I guess she's a comfortable 3rd place, quite a distance ahead of Uno, almost a complete lapse length. 9 to go, more like 8.5. As Milky's lead continues to be a bit massive, 6.125 over Ruruda Lion. And the racing is still relatively clean. Milky Queen racing very well on her Honda. The Western vTubers tend to use Chevrolets, but Milky and Kiki are both using Hondas, because I believe Kiki is Australian and Milky currently lives in Japan. So the top 3 are Hondas. Top 5 are Hondas. The Koopa Fortuna is the highest the highest Chevy car currently at 6. As more cars make their way across the front stretch with 7 to go. The track layouts shows nothing out of the ordinary. Still a clean race. Milky's lead 7.751, but Delu is trying to be closer now to Rurudo. But Uno's in the way. Delu trying to pass by Uno on the outside, but Uno cuts her off. Uno trying to keep ahead. Two cars cutting off at Delu in her attempt to take over from Rurudo as we go down to 5 laps. And now Rurudo is slowing down. Delu goes up to P2. But Rurudo jumps back up to where she was previously, but Delu still close behind the Lion. She's gonna try to bypass Amy first. She does. Delu speeding up. Now she makes her move up to P2. While Milky Queen's lead is still relatively massive. Down to like 4 laps. Milky's Queen again. Why do I keep saying that? Words are hard. Milky's lead 9.817 with less than 4 to go. So it's basically a battle for second as it stands between Rurudo and Delu. Oh, Rurudo makes a mistake. Loses her front wing. Got too risky. And she's slowing down quite more as Delu remains second with 2.5 laps to go. It's all clear as daylight for Milky. No one immediately ahead of her. No one immediately behind her. Milky Queen, the Indy 500 champion, going down to 2 laps of the 32-lap round 7. Delataya pitting Rurudo, being forced to enter pit lane. Unlucky for the Series 6 member. And IME pushes her way. Here comes Milky Queen to the white flag. 1 to go at Lausitz Oval. IME, of course, moves up to 3rd, Uno 4th, and Koopa 5th. Here is Milky Queen making her way around turn 2. Just no one could stop her throughout this race. She has been having a big lead all throughout. She knows how to deal with super speedway ovals in grand fashion, and here she comes to the start finish straight away. Milky Queen is a 2-time race winner. She wins at Lausitz Oval. Well done to the Indy 500 champion, as Delataya gets a podium finish for the 2nd time. She finishes P2. Well done to the rookie. And IME will be March 3rd, so your top 3, Milky Queen, Delataya, and IME. An all Honda top 3. An all Honda top 4, actually. Koopa finished 5th. And just 2 cars finished the entire 32-lap race distance. And just the 20 cars will score. Unfortunately 10-10 won't. Because life has got to be really cruel sometimes. Anywho, let's lock in the points and move on. Now that we've got a nice look at the points as they stand, Milky, very nice victory. That's a 2nd win for her. Delu, 2nd place, another nice podium finish. Iami, top 3 again. Uno, Koopa, Nina, Rurudo, Kiki, top 10 for her. Snuffy, Kitanya, Tomo, Hime, Grildium, Anzu, Nana, Lily, Pikami, Lumi, and Bao. Those are your point scores. Hanaka Kotone and Tenjin Kotone both failed to score. Tenten sadly gets no points. So does the Series 4 champion. And Ui. Kamako accidents. Nekarine DNF. And Hina. And did I miss a name? Might have missed a name. Bao and Nacho. There we go. Hina accident, Sarue accident, and Nimu accident. Let's go ahead and lock in the points. Milky Queen, a 2nd win for her. From a pretty good start from 2nd row. Pretty impressive racing performance on the Super Speedway. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 absences, 5 DNQs, and a bonus point for Natsume as consolation. That's a 2nd time that the previous race winner goes on to take pole for the following race and then crash out early. That's the 2nd time this series. What are the odds? What are the odds? So Mea continues to lead overall in points with her 176 despite not qualifying for this race. Koopa moves up to 2nd now with 161. Delutaya shoots back up to the top 3 with 154, 22 behind Mea. Koopa 15 behind Mea. Soy Player drops to 4th after 2 consecutive no scores with her 151 points, and Kiki recovers a bit, goes back up to 5th with 146, and Tamari Mari, absent for this race, remains bottom dweller. And your oval classification, Delutaya is the new leader in the oval classification with 128. Sugar Ui failed to score, drops down to 2nd with her 116. Bao 3rd with 99. So let's continue. We're going to remain at EuroSpeedway Lausitz. We're going to race on the sprint circuit for round 8. Once again, congratulations to Milky on a 2nd win. Delu, 2nd place, 2 podiums this series. And Iami, another podium finish. Let's move on to Lausitz Sprint Circuits. Where no doubt if we try to showcase the track, it would end up crashing, so why even bother showing the track preview when you can see it right here on your screen? It's basically the same old circuits, except you race on the infield. Now this is the Grand Prix layouts, which adds this feature at the bottom, but we're not going to race there. We're going to race on the sprint circuit for 16 laps. We're going to use the default road configuration, not the Indy Grand Prix configuration for this race as we load the circuit and forget about track previews because I'm sure it's going to crash again if we try to do track preview. You should know what it looks like when we get to the race. Yeah. And we can't, and we're going to re-roll because no. And we'll bring this layout in. And see who doesn't qualify. Again, Mirai doesn't qualify. DM fails to qualify. Ui, Hina, Pikami. I'll miss out on the cut. Pole sitter for this race is Kagura Mea, the 2021 Indy 500 winner. Heck, Milky Queen, the 2022 Indy 500 winner, will start alongside. So both reigning Indy 500 winners start off in the front row for this road race. Healthy will start off third. Snuffy fourth, and then Temako and Vienna 5 and 6, and then Nimu, Nekarine, and Koopa. Then we have Soya, Poya, Rudo, and Chibi. Lumi, Natsume, and Nacho. Mari, Kotone, and Mea. There's Tamari Mari, who needs to get out of the deep hole she's in at bottom dweller for the overall championship. And there is Kagura Mea, starting off mid-pack here. Lily, Uno, and Nanzu are next. Followed by Tenshin, Kotone, and Sarwe. Nina, Bao, and Kiki. And finally, Annie, Ayami, and Catania. And it looks good, I guess. Everything looks good to go as we will lock in the grid for this 16-lap race. Round 8 of 12. Let's let everyone know we're about to begin at Lausitz Sprint Circuit. There we go. And we'll load in the music. Here we go. Back again at EuroSpeedway Lausitz for the second of 2 rounds at this German facility. as we will stop here for qualifying. Why is the safety car going wide? That's just silly. Restart race. Safety car is not supposed to do that. Alright, that looks much better. That looks much better. As usual in VTuber IndyCar, rolling starts, not standing starts, as in Formula Hollow. As the safety car will be pulling in, and cars will start to accelerate, make their way to the front stretch, go onto the main oval portion of the circuit, and then make their way to the front stretch, turn through the oval, and then the front stretch, and then we should hopefully be underway. Hopefully the green flag does come up. Doesn't look like it to be the case. So, once again, we reset. Now it doesn't look like Milky's jumping the start. It looks a bit better. Now, where's the green flag? Where's the green flag? There's the green flag. We are racing at Lausitz once more. This time on the sprint circuit. Here we go. Road racing action as we see debris pop off. Low camera angle makes it hard to see things. Here's the remaining cars. Catania lagging well behind the others. Car backwards. Ooh, Mea, careful there. Careful there, buddy. A scuffle for position as cars try to narrow themselves into a single file line as Healthy blocks the way for several cars. Vienna moves up to second. Kagura Mea able to avoid a bunch of messes going on well behind her. Nemu is third. Milky Queen without a side pod is fourth, and Snuffy's fifth. And it's a close pack of cars as Nana crosses the start finish to complete this first of 16 laps. Vienna, of course, second, Nemu third, so Honda, Chevy, your top three. And Nana's lead is 5.618 seconds. Very good starts. I don't think we've had a race win from pole this series. We had like one, to my recollection, in the previous series at the Brands Hatch Indy layout. Might Nana break the drought for pole sitters? Or will Vienna spoil the party here? Excuse me, as several cars are exiting the pit lane. I guess 22 had to bypass pits issue. Oh, can you believe it? We almost lost Nina, but luckily she's still driving as we see more cars hurt. Make a mistake here. And so Bao Anzu and Tenjin Katone out to pits. Looks like the V-Singer has the worst of it without her rear wing on hand. As we're through two, Nana, Vienna, and Nemu still your top three here. But Nana's lead has been cut into significantly as Vienna's right at Nana's tail. 2.003, 1.254 actually. Milky Queen a distant third now. Milky Queen up to P3 now at the expense of Nemu. Racing side by side is ill-advised, especially on very tight turns. Tamari Mari just looking to get a nice chunk of points to get back in business as more debris fly off, but thankfully no wheels. And Vienna passed Nana at some point a few seconds ago, but both are now pitting. Which means, you guessed it, Milky Queen jumps up to the lead. But Nemu is close behind. Boy, it'll be really crazy if Milky Queen sweeps both Lausitz rounds. But Nemu is just a bit behind Milky. Nemu's Chevy chasing after Milky's Honda. Kamishiro Natsume is now third. A distant third, however, as Milky loses control at that turn. And Nemu jumps to the lead. Big error by Milky. Right on this turn. 10-10. Can you believe it moves up to P5? Chibidoki's fourth. And Nemu has a lap lead of her own. Nemu. We're through the first quarter of this race. We're through 4 now. Nana all the way down to 26th now. Again, it's the curse of the pole sitter. Start off pole, end up not doing well. But she's still barely within the lead lap. Still. As Kiki, Tenjin, Kotone, Temiko, and Lily Hops are both lagging behind. But are still eligible for points provided they don't get the lap to once more. Both Nemu and Milky handle the turn, this turn quite well. Wow, Tenten dropped a bunch of spots from last once we saw her. Saraway's entering pit lane. No front wing, of course. Milky Queen on the chase now. On these tough turns. Back on the oval portion for just a brief bit before re-entering the infield. So I've had 7 different race winners in 7 races this series. Milky wants a repeat win, wants a second win this series. Nemu wants to make its 8 different race winners this series in 8 races. And they come around the turn 3 of the oval onto the front stretch. Milky making her way onto the first turn once more, but Nemu cuts her off. As most annoyingly, we lose 10-10 on the opening turn of the race. Are you kidding me, man? Why does she have to be the first one out of the race? I hate this this facility already. Okay, Queen goes back to the lead. One more until this race is official, whether you like it or not. And even on the outside, what finds an inside on this turn, and well, wouldn't you believe it, Nemu has retaken the lead. Well, look who has managed to show up. It's Series 4 champion Natsume looking for a second win in this series. And she'll pass Milky to move up to P2. And Nemu slips and slides on that turn where Milky made a mistake a few laps ago. Here comes Natsume threatening. But Nemu speeds away as Milky Queen will relinquish all hopes at perhaps winning the race. And this race is sadly going to be made official. God, I hate this site. We're a distant 12 seconds behind Nemu in P3. And then it's Catania 4, Vienna 5. Remind me to check the replays after this race to see who caused Tentem to crash out, because I want to disqualify her from the Rio round. Well, Kabushiro Natsume makes the pass and goes up to the lead. But immediately loses it. Over-rotates, oversteers, and Nemu takes the lead right back from Natsume. 1.024 is the gap. Rudo seems to have improved a bit, but is still too much of a distance behind. Well, Mea is deep in 18th as a current. And where is Delu? Absent? Wow, Delu's absent. And Koopa is in the top 10 of this race. She's on P8. As we'll have completed 11 laps. So 5 to go. It's basically a battle for the win between Natsume and Nimu. And so, of course, there's still no accidents after 1010's crash in lap 6. Vienna 4, Catania 5, Rudo 3. Looks like Nimu's lead has gone greater as Nana is pitting again onto 2 behind. At risk of not scoring, Nana stuck where she is. Losing way too much ground here. Not having a good race. Because that's how it is for pole sitters. As Nimu's lead has increased to over 6 seconds now. 6.446. Soon we will be down to 3 laps. Race certainly much cleaner on the sprint configuration than on the oval. Nimu looking for a second win, both on different track layouts. Mistake by Kiki, but Natsume has a couple of lapped cars she has to pass first before she wants to try to attack Nimu. Or she just has to hope that Nimu makes a mistake on one of the turns, but what's the use? The Nimu's lead is still great. As we lose Koopa. That's the second casualty of this race, and she was second in the points. We'll see how it is with the points after this race. Mea still mid-pack, but 15th. As we come down to 2 laps for Nemu, who made her debut in the middle of the 5th series to replace an outgoing Vitani, who has since retired from VTubing like a week or 3 ago. We wish Vitani the very best in future endeavors. And then she moved up to full-time in the roster for Series 6 and ended up getting a win at Kansas that series. But actually she did get second at Baltimore in her part-time racing in the 5th series. So already showing some expertise in racing. And look at her, she has stuck to the lead all throughout much of this race, and here she is on her way to the front stretch for the final lap here. One to go, white flag is up for Nemu. Looking for a second win, and it's looking pretty darn good for her. Out and on to 2 laps behind, so we might see 4 cars at least not score this race. Nemu's lead 4.67. The lead's just too great, and there's just too many cars for Natsume to pass. I don't think there's anything that Natsume could do. Here comes Nemu on the second longest straight ahead section. Oh my goodness! This is a bit risky, but luckily her lead is still a bit large, and luckily there's the cars behind her were still too far away, so she's still a-okay. And here she comes to the 3rd turn of the oval onto the front stretch. And that will do it. Nemu, 2nd IndyCar win for her. She wins at the Lausitz sprint layout. And Kamishiro Natsume, another podium finish for her, a 2nd here. And Naruto will finish 3rd, just behind Natsume. Just less than 1 second behind Natsume. She was like over 10 seconds behind Natsume, but Natsume seems to have slowed down towards the end, but still managed to complete a 2nd place finish here. Nemu, Natsume, Rudo, your top 3. None of the pole sitter will finish a distant 24th, and 26 drivers will score. And everything is done, and let's just bring in the points and get out of this track, cause look what happened. Look what happened. Alright, Nemu, Natsume, Rurudo, Kitania, Vienna, Milky, Neko, Annie, Nacho, Healthy, Uno, Chibi, Ayami, Mea, Nina, Snuffy, Kiki, Tenjo Kotone, Mari, Soya. Well, Mari got points, but not much to make much of a difference here. Sarwe, Lumi, Temako, Nana, Katona, and Lily. And then Baoanzu, Koopa, and Tenten. No points for these four. Because, goodness gracious, that was disappointing. And Kagura Nana will improve from 2 points to 3 points. It sucks being a pole sitter in IndyCar. So, Nimu, Natsume, Rudo. And update the podium counts. Where is Kamishima Natsume? And Rudo, that's a second podium finish for her. So we're through 80 races overall since the start of competition here. And still, Kagura Mea remains on top by 28 points over Kamishiro Natsume, who jumps up to P2 with 162 points, 28 behind Mea's 190. Koopa drops 1 spot to 161, 1 point behind Natsume. Soyapoi is 4th with 157, and Kiki 5th with 125, and Kagura Mea knows her road racing. She leads the Road and Street classification with 126, 6 points ahead of Natsume, Koopa at 95. And your new bottom dweller is, wow, Kotone VTuber Racer. Wow, the racer, the actual race car driver of this series, bottom dweller? Are you kidding me? With 14 points to Tamari Pari's surprise 15. Anyway, let's get out of here. And move on to God knows where. Rio de Janeiro, the Emerson Fittipaldi Speedway, the oval circuit at Jacarepagua. Both circuits no longer existing except in sim racing. We're going to race 32 laps here. Originally, this race was scheduled for 30. Let's try 32. And do I even care anymore if this crashes again during qualifying? All right, I forgot the replay. Who caused 1010 to crash out? Ironically enough, that's Hidemori Anju's fault. What a shame. What a shame. Anju being risky like that, and we're gonna have to mark her with a DQ. She won't get to race in this next round. Now we're gonna head off to this circuit. Let's see. Looks like her name isn't even on the list anyway. She knows that she's got to serve the penalty. Unless in qualifying, we have a system crash. The app crash when we try to do qualifying. I don't think this software crashed when we tried qualifying on this track, but you just never know. So I expect you would see the software crash while Mea brings us through this circuit, home of the Rio 400 and Champ Car for a few years. Actually, the kart series. And who knows how long it is, this circuit. And Mea doesn't make the cut for this track either. Can you believe it? That's two races that Mea failed to qualify for in 3 races today. Anyway, what was I talking about? This kart circuit, 1.864 miles. Well, in the kart races, they raced using the high downforce kits. Same thing here. Because why mess with tradition? Oh, Kagura Mea failed to qualify for this race. Oh, what a shame. Koopa, Kitanya, Nana, Bao, and Mea all missed a cut. Healthy's at pole. Healthy's at pole. We have our 30 cars. Nemu will start off 17th. So we have Healthy Mari and Tenten and Ayami, your top 4. And then Tomo and Chibi. Nacho DM and Delu. Milky, Kiyomi Pyonpyon, and Hinata. Lily, and then Kotone, and then Kotone. And then Unonimu and Nina. Natsume, Hime, and Lumi. Hina, Tamako, and Snuffy. Nakarine, Pikami, and Ui. And finally, Soya, Sarway, and Rurudo Lion. Alright. This is a 32-lap race for round 9 at the 1.8-mile Emerson Fittipaldi Speedway. The unique trapezoidal oval layout. Let everyone know that's a... We'll start round 9. Yes, we're on our way to Rio. This is a carnival-like atmosphere. Of course, because Brazil is the home of Carnival. So, we are set to go. Let's pop in the music and get things rolling, why don't we? 32 laps. Race official at 16. Healthy and Tamari Mari are front row. That's Honda Chevy, your Firestone Fast 6 for this race. Let's skip a bit in the formation lap to here. Here's fine. After turn 3. And we should be set to go. Round 9 at Rio de Janeiro. Led by Healthy and Mari. Safety car will go in, and we are set to go for another oval race. And we are green here at Emerson Fittipaldi Speedway. Race is on. Cars racing in their high downforce kits as they attempt to make their way through this opening turn. Debris early on, but only small bits and pieces that are not necessarily wheels. Cars compressing into single file. IME second behind her good friend Tamari Mari. Mari Healthy is third. We might see 9 different race winners after 9 races if Tamari Mari holds on for the lead. Mari, IME Healthy. After the opening lap, Healthy jumps to the front. She won at Homestead in the opening round of this series, looking to be a repeat race winner this series. As cars make their way around the backstretch. Around turn 4, they all go. A relatively flat circuit. Healthy's lead after this lap is 1.233. Healthy, Mari, IME, and then IME trading leads with Tamari Mari for a brief bit. Chibidoki's 4th and Girl DM is a distant 5th as we lose Soya Poya at turn 4. Snuffy and Sarway also pitting. Nakamiya Hinata has no rear wing. As we may see more debris popping off. Man, why does this game not want to see Hurry 1010 score well? Are you kidding me? Anyway, Hinata goes up into pit lane. Chibidoki has the lead now. Delutaya jumps to 4th. IME drops down a few spots to 5. Just ahead of Lily Hopkins. Mari makes a jump, retakes the lead. Here comes Girl DM to go into P2. Delu is threatening neck and neck with Chibi. And she will just cross Chibi to take a 3rd at the line after 4 laps. By a tiny bit. Anywho, more cars are pitting. Delutaya up to P3, behind DM and Mari. What a jump at the front stretch for Delu. P2 now at the line, at the checkpoint. 1.900 the gap between Mari and Delu, but it might close in, depending upon how Delu does. As you know, Delutaya won at Darlington, hoping for a repeat race win. Now that would be a real barn burner, should that be the case. Did we lose another car along the way? Not seemingly. In fact, she's just coming out now. And a bit of a mistake trying to get out onto the track on the auxiliary road for Saraway. And immediately gets rammed from behind by Healthy. And she is slowing down substantially. She is definitely wounded as we have a shit show on the turn 4. Saraway has herself an oh-no moment and will not score here. Healthy has to pit. Somebody tell me 1010 is okay. She is thankfully still driving intact. But yeah, what a mess that was on the turn 4. Also lost Girl DM along the way, so that's the end of her race as well. DM, Hime, Saraway, and Soyapoya all out of the race. Mari, Delu, Ayami are top 3. As we try to find names here. Names are hard. And where's Soya's name? There she is. So we've lost 4 so far. That's a 4th turn that's causing issues. Here comes Ayami on the front stretch. Goes back up to P2. Mari's a far distance ahead, but both Ayami and Delu are trying to catch up to her. Almost at 200 miles per hour, hit the mark just before the 3rd turn. And here comes Ayami Sensei on the move. Push, push, push. She goes. But makes a bit of a mistake and goes wide. And goes down to 3. And simultaneously, Delu herself makes the jump over to Mari to regain the lead. Delutaya, the current oval classification leader. As cars make their way. As there's more debris out there. Who also fell during the race. Healthy. Oh, can you believe it? We're through 11. We've lost Tenjin Kotone. Healthy's also gone. Hina is in pit lane. Anaka Kotone is racing. And another oh-no at turn 4. Chibi's out now. And wow, what a mess Chibi's car is right now. Got slammed by multiple cars. I believe that was Uno. Also Snuffy So that's the end of Chibi's race for no score. IME back in the lead. Delu now a distant third. Tamari Mari remains second. So Chibi and Healthy and Tension Kotone are gone. And yet another pole sitter failing to complete a race. As you see the action shot of Tamari Mari passing IME. Whoa, careful there. How is Snuffy still driving? Real battle between these three cars. IME, Delu, and Mari. Here comes Delu! Jumps back to the lead. IME drops down a bit. Thinks of what next move she'll make. Oh, a mistake by Rudo! A mistake by Delu, loses a front wing. Not too good for Delu, making that mistake of running into the beached car of Rudo Lion. IME will take advantage of that error to pass by Delu. But look who has the lead, actually. That's Nekorine. Neko Kamiyama, Series 2 champion. This turn 4 is where most crazy things are happening here. Milky Queen is P3, just behind IME. Delu will relinquish her hopes at a race win by going into pit lane. Unlucky for her. Milky up to P2 now. Snuffy's a lapped car. Honda tried to chase after the Chevy. Here she comes. Here comes Milky Queen. Oval expertise takes the lead at the halfway mark. This race is official. Snuffy, an error on turn 1. Milky shakes that one off easily. Neko Kamiyama is just behind Milky now. IME remains third. 4th Mari, 5th Natsume. As you see, 8 cars remain in the lead lap, but that might reduce to 7. Most certainly. And it does. IME regains the lead. A lot of crazy things happening. Maybe on this front stretch, Neko Kamiyama might regain the lead. Oh, but here comes that tricky 4th turn. And on the front stretch, Nekorine finds the inside, jumps to the lead with 14 to go. This is high-speed racing, long straightaways, relatively flat turns. Still intense oval racing nonetheless. If there's the term squaring the circle, we have ourselves trapezoiding an oval as Nekarine pulls back a bit. Tomoshka jumps all the way to second. Milky is third. Here comes Ayami. Has 2 race wins, but her last was early on in Series 2. She wants to break her winless drought here on this 1.8 mile super speedway. But not before Hikasa Tomoshka says something. And after 21, we might as well have ourselves a new leader. Yeah, Tomo's way too far ahead. She'll have a lap lead with 11 to go. Still no one out of it. Tomo's lead is 2 seconds now. Rudo's in the way. Aimi has to pass her by on the front stretch. 10 to go here at Rio. Hikasa Tomoshka. She has herself 2 wins, actually. I thought she would be like on 3 now, but no, she has 2 IndyCar wins. Oh, Aimi loses ground to Nekarine. And Milky Queen as well. So we're in for a big challenge with 9 to go. Still the 7 cars within the lead lap. Milky Queen back up to second, but Ayami's threatening on the backstretch. What will Ayami do? On the outside. Going on the outside. Good pass by Ayami-sensei. But Tomo is still quite a distance ahead. Nacho Neko moves up to third. On to the 4th turn. Tomo still has a significant lead. What's the gap this time? Slightly smaller, 1.854. Tomo, Ayami, Nacho Neko, your top 3. With 7 left. And here comes Ayami on the move. Tomo speeds away. Ayami wants to try again, but Snuppy's being a distraction. No change to the top 3 since the last lap. Down turn 2 goes most everyone. Tomo has let Snuffy pass by. This may be IME's time to strike. Not necessarily on this lap, maybe next. We're through 27.5 to go. Neckarine retakes P3 from Nacho. At the line, but Nacho tried to find the inside. It's a battle for third between the two, but Neckarine keeps ahead. Oh, there's another lapped car that IME needs to pass by. Four to go. 1.780. Don't worry. She finished 26 laps. Don't worry. She finished 26 laps. That's more than enough. That's more than enough. It's okay. She finished 26 laps. She'll get points. It's okay. It's okay. She finished 26. Anyway, we're down to 3. Was worried a bit when I saw her car stranded after that annoying turn 4, but luckily she finished enough laps to score. But I don't think she'll score much. As we go down to 2. Wow, we've also lost Delu on that same lap. And here we go, 1 to go. This is all or nothing for IME. This is her last chance. Tomo's too far ahead. Here comes the white flag for Hikasa Tomoshika. Tomo's lead less than 1 second. IME needs to make a move and badly, but Tomo's too far ahead of herself. A mistake by Lily Hopkins, but Tomo is unhindered. And Hikasa Tomoshika gets the victory at Rio de Janeiro. IME will finish second and Nacho Neko third. Wow, 3 races today in the international round, neither of which went well. Well, at least no one showed up to watch these races today because of the World Cup going on. Oh well. So, Tomoshika, IME, and Nachoneko, your top 3, and Tomo gets her 3rd win. And we'll see how the point standings are screwed up after whatever the hell happened here. Only 21 drivers will score. As we write down the points. Let's see. Tomo, Ayami, Nacho, Milky. Finished 4th, Nekarine 5th, Natsume, Ui, Lily, Pikami, Lumi, Kiki, Hina, Mari, Uno, Anakakotone, Nimu, Tamako, Naruto, Hinata, Tenten. They'll score. Delu will score as well, despite crashing out. They finished enough laps. Snuffy, no score. Nina, no score. And then Chibi and Healthy. Kotone. Tension Kotone. Accidents. The rest are accidents, so why even bother scoring them anyway? So yeah, oval racing at its most typical. Delu should get 5 points, and her 10-10 just a mere 6. And Natsume finished high, and in this race, finishing 6th, and she is the new championship leader by just 2 points over Kagura Mea. The Series 4 champion is the overall leader now with 3 races left to go. Kagura Mea did not qualify for this race. Just 2 points behind Natsume. Kiki's 3rd with 175. Hikasa Tomoshika 4th now with 170. Nacho Neko 169. And despite scoring double digits this race, Hanaka Katone remains bottom dweller with 26 points. Wow, bad at video games apparently absent all 3 races? I find that hard to believe. Alright, she was out on the track for qualifying, but this app crashed, and on the reset, she didn't even show up. And Shigeru Ui retakes the oval classification lead from Delu after Delu scored too little. 2 points ahead of Hikasa Tomoshika now. Anyway, Natsume is the new championship leader. Wants that 2nd gold star, hopefully. As we'll wrap up for today. Well, I guess it's a disappointing day, I'm afraid. Sorry if you tuned in on the VOD or replay, because, yeah. Racing was substandard, especially with what happened to the number 10 car. Feature Milky. So yeah, next Sunday is the finale for IndyCar. I doubt I'll stream on Saturday because, Thanksgiving weekend and stuff. But yeah, we're going to wrap up this series on Sunday with races at Summit Point, Kentucky Speedway, and the finale at Long Beach, where we're most likely going to determine the champion then. So, anyway, if you tuned in, thanks for watching, I guess. As we go back to the splash screen, don't forget the announcement at the end of this series finale next Sunday, so be sure to tune in until then. Anyway, have a great Thanksgiving, everyone, if you celebrate, and I'll see you again next Sunday for the IndyCar Series 7 finale. Bye for now. Otsudag.